The rental of the week is the 2026 BMW Z4 S Drive 30i. This is like the base model is like this one, then the M40i, which is like the bigger version. The car guys all know what's happening here. So I do want to give a big shout out to Mike, the manager at National Rental Car at the Pittsburgh International Airport. He said, hey, take a look around. If there's nothing that you don't see, ask us and we'll see if we can find it for you. So he let me roam around the parking lot a little bit because sometimes I'm a little extra. I go like 2 aisles over. I go into the Alamo section, or I go into the Enterprise section. I said, hey, there's a Z4, there's a red Z4 over there, but it's pointing the other way. Like, because cars come in this way when they're clean, but it was pointing this way, but in the same row. Like, what's up with that one? He said, I don't know, let me go check it out for you. And boom, he brought it up. No extra charge. Perks of being an executive elite. So thank you, Mike, I appreciate you. So yes, in this video, we'll go over some of the history of the BMW Z4. We'll go over some of the features. The only drawback is this is the same Z4 that's been out since 2019. So this is the 6th or 7th year, depending on how you look at model years, of this generation. You can kind of tell by the key because last week I reviewed the new X7, but that came out in 2023, the generation, and the key looked different, so don't worry about it. But yes, this is a very fun car, and if you know, you know. This is what the Toyota Supra was built off of. The same engine, was 2 engines, we'll get to that. The same engine, the same chassis, even the infotainment, the dings, the gear shifting, everything. And if you haven't seen that video, go ahead and click up here somewhere. There's a beautiful yellow Toyota Supra, nitro yellow, that I also got from the Pittsburgh International Airport. So this seems to be a mecca hotspot for renting cool cars. All right, guys, let's get started. So what exactly is the BMW Z? It's like the weird 2-seat, impractical, you know, oddly shaped vehicle. But the Z stands for Zukunft. It means future in German, and that took off for BMW. I may get some of my dates wrong here, but I believe the Z was around to compete with the Mercedes SLK, also another 2-door, 2-seat, you know, impractical car, and maybe the Audi TT, though I don't think that came out maybe after 1989, but also things like the Mazda Miata, another 2-door, 2-seat impractical. Like it made sense. That craze was starting to spread, but BMW added a touch of luxury to their car, just like Mercedes did, and it made all the sense. So the first generation was actually called the E30 E21, and that started from 1989 and ran all the way through 1991. The coolest thing about this car was they had to do something really different. The doors slid into the frame of the car. Now, I'll try to put a video up here showing the action, but like the doors don't swing out at all. They just go into the car. So the car's footprint will never be bigger than it is with the door shut, because when you open, they go into the car. It was such a cool thing. And I haven't seen a car do anything like that until like the Lincoln Mark 7, but even when that came out, it was an aftermarket thing that someone did. The doors could go under the car, whatever. The second generation was the E36 Z3, and that ran from 1995 to 2002. It was also featured in James Bond's GoldenEye. Really cool right there. That movie alone sold 15,000 models, so 15,000 of these before the car was actually officially released to the public, which is obviously a really good thing. This was also the same generation that gave us the Z3 Coupe. Now that was the clown shoe, was the nickname of it. So imagine the Z, it's on your screen right now, but it had a really big back end, big bubble thing. So it was not a convertible. It was just a nice hardcore, you know, more practical because it had more trunk space. Starting to rain now. More practical, more trunk space, and a legendary piece of history. And in the year 2000, we got the E52 Z8. Now, this was a very special car to pay homage to the 507 Roadster of the 1950s. Now, this thing used a 4.9-liter V8, making about 395 horsepower in 2000, and sold for $128,000. Meanwhile, the rest of the Z line was selling like in the 30s, maybe even the 40s. So this thing was really asking a lot of money. And if you go look right now on like Carfax or whatever, cars.com, they're still selling for $140,000. This is a very sought after car, so something very special right there for sure. The third generation was the E85 and E86, which ran from 2003 to 2008, and I think was the ugliest of all the Z3, Z4 models. The back end just didn't do it for me. Like, it was just too squished, and like the lights were just too small. I didn't like it at all. But they rebounded, so the very next generation, which was the E89, was the most beautiful, curvy, rounded, sensual, intimate, sexy Z4 that has ever existed, and I really like those. That ran from 2009 to 2016. And last, like I mentioned before, this is the G29 variant. Has been running since 2018. The model year is 2019, but they sell it the previous year. Like, this is a 2026, but it's 2025 right now. Just kind of how that works. So this car starts at about $56,100, and as this one is option, it's got the premium package, I think it was called. It kind of options it up to about $61,000. Now, if you want to have this same body style, but you can pay half the price, just go get a 2019 with about 40,000 miles on it. You can get them for less than 30 grand all day long. I can't speak for the features, I can't speak for the tech, but I guarantee you that same engine is going to be in it, which we haven't talked about yet. There are two of them. And the last piece, this is the car the newest generation of Toyota Supra is based off of. It has the same wheelbase, the same engines, there's two engines, and the same infotainment system, the same gear shifter, everything. It was just like Toyota said, here, please, make me the new Supra. BMW was like, I bet, but I'm gonna go ahead and take some of this and make my own Z4 with it. So that's kind of what happened. I've also rented a Toyota Supra from Pittsburgh Airport. And again, this is a hot spot for renting cool cars. But let's get into more specs. What you're looking at right now is my favorite angle of the car. It just absolutely accentuates the rear end and all that good stuff. But moving on. So like I said, there's two models, two trim levels, I guess. BMW will call them separate cars. I don't know. Don't worry about it. So the M40i is the Z4, but like the more powerful, better off. That starts at about $76,000. And that one has a turbo i6 making 382 horsepower, gives it a 0-60 in 3.9 seconds. Now that's the bigger engine that is also sold in the Toyota Supra. However, the S Drive 30i has a measly turbo 4-cylinder making 255 horsepower, only gives it a 0-60 about 5.2 seconds. But I must say, after driving it for a while, it still feels good. It's still very fun to drive. It's still point and shoot. It still shrinks around you. It still feels amazing, to be honest. It's very, very fun, even in rainy weather like this. And here's everyone's favorite part of the video. We have the colors. So you get one free color, Alpine White. It's fine, it's very basic, it's flat, but it does look good on the Z4 because it has lots of accents. You see the black accents in the front, the black mirror cap, not the cap, but the black accent on the mirror, the black piece around the windshield, the red lights. I mean, it just works. White really works well with the Z4. However, there are 5 $650 color options. One's gonna be black sapphire, very nice glittery sort of black there. We have Portimao blue, a nice, very beautiful blue color. I think also looks very good on the Z4. We also have right here in front of you, this is San Francisco red. It's kind of a flat, orangish red tangerine, maybe. There's no glitter in it at all. And then there's skyscraper gray. And lastly, my favorite, Thunder Night, a gorgeous, deep purple. Oh, this looks so beautiful. I'd paint a lot of cars that color. It looks great. But yeah, the $650, not bad at all, but Thunder Night all day long. So here we have the front end of the BMW Z4. Pretty BMW-ish. We do have the kidney grills up front. At least they're not the big giant 4 Series grills, but these are very tasteful. I think there's just a little bit too much aluminum around the side right there. It looks like really like a lipstick sort of thing happening right there, but the running lights are extra cool. Got the little halos around the underneath, kind of like the bag under your eye. The bottom one here is going to be your low beam, your high beam is up top, but very cool, very like traditional looking BMW. But again, this has been out since 2019, and this looks like it came out this year. Well done. This front plate gotta go. I would get rid of this ASAP. I mean, I don't know why it's on. You don't have to play on the front, so just take the whole thing. Anyway, Really cool aggressive styling down here. We do have active, it's not active, but this is real, these are real fins, little grills right here that go in to feed this giant engine some air. Parking sensors are hidden very well here, 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 and there, but it is a very nice aggressive front end. I'm a big fan of it. The BMW logo loud and proud up front, but yeah, not a bad front end at all. Definitely better than some other ones I've seen. Here we have the back of the Z4, very tasteful, done very well. Gigantic running light going wrapping around the side there, reverse lights right up top, brake light right there in the middle, actually a brake light here, and these also double as the brake light because you can't have a brake light on a moving piece of car, which is the trunk lid right there. I like how it's kind of clean and smooth right here throughout the bottom half here. Nice big exhaust tips down there, parking sensors hidden in there pretty well, and I like how the license plate is nice and low on the car. It's not super high up or anything like that, but this is that very well done back end. Duck bill spoiler for, you know, when you're hitting those corners. Let's slide over here. You do have the Z4 insignia right there and the S Drive 30i insignia right there for some reason. It's a lot. Why is it an S Drive 30i and the other one's an M40i? This is clearly rear wheel drive. It's not an X drive, it would be all wheel drive. I guess it's like when Mercedes nicknamed their the E63S. Like, why is it an S? Just call it an E63 AMG. We all know what it is. Anyway, oh, sorry, the reverse light's down here. I'm tripping. This is the turn signal up there. I'm tripping. Tow hook down here. Nice chill diffuser. A little bit of aggression down there, but I like this car. I think this is probably maybe the second or third best looking generation. But yeah, not bad at all. So here we have the key of the 2026 BMW Z4 S Drive 30i. This is the old edition. We do have the cool M stripes on the side. I'm not sure why they gave us those because this is, you know, the base model. It is what it is though. At least they gave us a little bit of an little M taste there. But unlock button up top, lock button in the middle, trunk button on the bottom, and panic button. But there's cool things you can do with this key. So right now the convertible top is down. Let's go ahead and get you focused again. You can press and hold the lock button, walk up to the car, and let's say it starts to rain, you can put the top up without even having to get in the car to do it. So the top will go on and the windows will come up by itself. There we go. What was that, 10, 15 seconds? And the car will chime on the inside, letting you know that the top is fully up. And while we're talking about the top, you have this black top, which is standard, but there's also like a moonlight black top, which is like a lighter black, like it's a gray. Extra 250 bucks for that. I'm not sure why you want to go with a lighter gray, because this black matches the pillars and the surrounding. I don't know. I don't like when cars have like weird colored tops, but let's move on. Oh yes, also, oh, the sun's coming out. That's great. So we're gonna put the top back down. Just hold the unlock button and it should start to work here. Windows coming down and the top goes off. I really like these little flaps right here. They're kind of cool, like little wings. And boom, they fold down. You're good to go. And the chime, it dings. Now your top's all done. That was like 10 seconds, man. But of course, you want to know how it sounds, right? Let's check it out. Nice little turn there. All right, guys, we are inside the 2026 BMW Z4 now, and it's very simple in here, and that's kind of what I would like. The steering wheel is simple, the dash is simple. I don't want to say it's minimalistic, but it kind of is. This is kind of like a driver's car. It's meant to be driven. You're not playing around with all the buttons and all kind of craziness, but yeah, but it's pretty snug in here. Oh, this one is bolstered, so let me go ahead and release you can release the bolt. Yeah, that feels a little better now. Yeah, so you do have several different ways to adjust the driver's seat here. Of course, forward and back. You do have your thigh support right here in the front. And as you scoot the seat further back, there is a hard stop. You can't just continue to lean back because the seat will start to lean forward as you move the seat back because, well, there's a hard stop back there where the actual soft top goes. Speaking of soft top versus hard top, I always would prefer a hard top convertible over a soft top. It just makes the car look more like a coupe. And then when you put the hard top down, you get convertible. But the soft top, this makes it look like, I don't know, a little cheaper. It is what it is, but that's just my opinion on things. All right, I do gotta take you handheld with my big camera. My other microphone is overheating with my iPhone, but we do have a nice chill, sort of like aluminum sort of finish right here. We don't have the aluminum buttons like we do on the other probably upper tier models. Nice aluminum finish right there. The trunk button is actually down there. Very little bit of storage on it. Keep some pencils and stuff down there. Nothing crazy. Frameless design. I love that. Traditional little steering wheel right here, nothing crazy. Cruise control buttons off to the left. You have your heated steering wheel down there in the bottom. You do have this M badge thing right there though for some reason. You also have one down here in the door. Why we have M stuff? Those are the only two M badges I think. Oh, and there's one of the other doors still, because we don't even have an M badge back here. So why are y'all giving us M stuff? I don't know. But back in the car, all your light controls are off to the left right here. Let's actually get in and give it a start. All right, to start the Z4, foot on the brake. Start button's right here. Purrs into life. Very chill little dashboard. You've seen this dashboard many times, indicating both doors are open. Nothing crazy. Traditional iDrive setup right here. This is the older one. As you can see, we have this gear shifter instead of the little flickety thing right here, but it still looks very similar. All your sport buttons, your drive mode buttons are right here. Start, stop, off, whatever. We got parking brake thing off. Slide this forward. We have a wireless charger off to the right. USB-C that did work in this car. Sorry, the camera's not focusing. And we have a 14 volt outlet right there. All my AC controls are right. That feels amazing right now. We have your parking brake right here. This is how you put the top up. You push it down to put the top down, and you pull it up to put the top up. Kind of makes sense. But there's not much to go through in the infotainment system. It's pretty standard. You've seen this before. It's not, I mean, there really isn't much to go through. I'm not even gonna waste my time really going through it. It's pretty standard. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard, but let me play around here and see if I can find something interesting. Yeah, let's move away from this. There's not much interesting in there. We have the glove box over here, all the very, very small glove box, but it's fine. We also have this compartment right here. These are where your cup holders are. My little Pokemon Go Plus, haha, my sunglasses. Your cup holders are here, but the really cool thing is, if you put your cup holders here, you can still shut this side and have an armrest for the driver, but this side, too bad, you gotta leave it open. So if you're a passenger, you gotta just go ahead and make a sacrifice. But that thing is pretty cool. Speakers are right behind you right here. There's four of them, like two subwoofers sort of thing right here. And we got a little pass through into the trunk right there. I forget what this is called. It's like a wind buffer, because like if you didn't have this, it'd be like that kind of noise versus like a nice smooth thing. So as you can see, it's inside there as well. So getting in the car is not that big of a deal. Much easier with the top up. Put your foot down, just drop in, slide over. Now, one thing I have done a couple times already is when I'm getting out, I can hit I didn't do it that time, so I can't do it on purpose. I've done it twice already. I can pull the trunk release. I've done with the right foot. So if I'm going to get out, I've done this. You know what I mean? I've done it twice. Now I can't do it. I'm trying to do it. But the hood release is right here. So I've swung my feet out and I've hit it and I've opened the hood. And speaking of the hood, we should look underneath there. Gotta pull it twice, of course. And after you undo the hood twice, all you gotta do is lift it up. There you go. Twin power turbo 4-cylinder, indicated by the 4 pieces right there. Is this carbon fiber? Maybe. But look at all the space in there. You can have a little party, a little dance party in there. But it's cool. Nothing crazy to see. Let's go ahead and shut this back down. This is the 2-liter 4-cylinder. All right, so let's talk about some trims. Guys, it is hot. The weather here has been crazy. It was like 85. Then it rained, then it was no rain, then it thunderstormed, now it's 97, so we out here burning it up. We're doing it for you guys though. So there are several different upholsteries you could have here on the BMW Z4. What you're looking at right now is called Sensatec. It's like BMW synthetic leather. It feels like leather, but it's really soft and stretchy and stuff. I don't know if leather's supposed to be like stretchy, but it's decent. It's standard black safe, no big deal. But for $1,250, you can upgrade to a black Vanasca leather with Alcantara headliner, I believe. I don't know where the Alcantara would go. That's the only thing I can think of, unless the piping is Alcantara, but it says blue piping. So you'd have like blue, it's like the M logo kind of blue, and you'd get like an M tag on the seat. Like, why y'all keep giving us M stuff if we don't have an M engine? Don't let us have M stuff if we ain't got the M engine. That's what makes the car an M, right? It's the suspension, the way it drives, right? So anyway, move on. But for $1,500, you can upgrade to full Vanasca leather in ivory white, magma red, black, or cognac. Now, if I had my way, I would do that Thunder Night with ivory white. I love the cognac interior, but I don't think those two would work together. So ivory, a white interior, this thing would, man, this thing would be crazy, but it'd be dirty real quick. You just gotta get some good leather cleaner, you'd be good to go. But yeah, there's also numerous trims. When I say trim, I mean like this black piano stuff right here. This is standard for free, but you can also upgrade to like an aluminum trim or like an aluminum mesh trim, which can further make things look a little bit more futuristic, more upgraded, whatever. All right, there are 3 ways to open the trunk of the BMW. We did go over the one that's in there on the door. There's also the one on the key you saw, and there's a little popper right here. Go ahead and pull it open. There it is. And we have decent amount of space in here. I can show you right now, I did have my full suitcase in here and my toolkit. So there's actually plenty of space. And I think this is designed very well, and the top is down. So the top kind of compresses right here, and there's probably like that much space, leaving all of this for trunk space. But this is done very well. Again, this is not the most practical car on the planet, but you can still get some good stuff in there. All right, guys, we are inside the 2024 BMW Z4. I've been having some issues with my microphone. Like I said, it is really hot out here. It has been overheating and telling my phone the accessory draws too much power. Very strange thing, but it's got to do with the heat, because this very same microphone has worked before. Anyway, we're rolling. I have a 30% off coupon to the Ralph Lauren outlet. So that's where we're going. The clouds have moved. We're on our way. We're in comfort right now, and I'm actually very impressed with how soft this thing rides, given it be like a sports car, or whatever you want to call it. But once you're in it, it just feels so, I'm making a left, it just feels so good when it's wrapped around you. It's nice and bolstered. I'm a wide guy, I don't have the bolster. it's maxed out, like it's maxed as far as wide it can go. Let's see, can we tighten it? Oh yeah, that's getting a little snug right there. See, I don't need all that. I'm fine. I'm snug in here pretty well, but it feels good. I like the quality. I mean, I'm not saying this is a 7-year-old car, but like it's a 7-year-old car because it came out in 2019. This just happens to be the latest one. Anyway, things don't feel too outdated. Like start stop is on. Oh, just kick back in. The screen here is still nice and thin. The leathers, I mean, everything is just good. I really like the quality of this car. And the joystick, I mean, you can't really tell this is an older generation. It's not an older generation. It's just, maybe it's the last one, you know? Maybe it's that last year too. But it just feels good. You know, it just feels real good in here. I can see right through the window. I have the seat as low as it can go because I'm only 5'9". Some of you taller folks might want to be taller. I mean, I don't know. I have good driving position. I can't see the wheels and stuff, but I know where to put the car. But yeah, like I said, comfort, very soft. These are 18-inch wheels, so that will help with creating a softer ride. You know, the 19s may make things a little bit rougher, but I doubt it. Maybe, you know, an inch more, maybe. We'll see. No, we won't, because I don't have those. So put the car in sport mode real quick, nothing crazy. I do have the top down, and I do have the AC on its lowest setting, so it is blowing at me a little bit, but we're off. You know, you take off, it's a nice gentle start. Got our blinker here. There's a theory about BMW drivers not using their blinkers. I use them, though I'm not a BMW driver. But this thing is peppy for only having 255 horsepower. But like I said, I don't think it needs much more. It doesn't need anything else. I want it to have more power because it's what I want. But it's zippy, it's peppy, it's quick, it's nimble. It's all the things you'd want in like a two-seater impractical car. Like, it's just something fun to like drive around and toss around a little bit, you know? It does it so well. But right now, we're just cruising, you know? The wind kind of goes over your head, wraps around you. It's not too loud in here. And like I said, I can turn that stereo system up and kind of drown out all of the wind by itself. I like the experience that the Z4 gives me. Just like a nice, chill, fun car. It's like a car that doesn't take itself too seriously, I guess. It's kind of like a, I don't know. It's like a loud polo shirt. It may have a horse on it, but it's got like some crazy designs. Like, I'm here to party, but am I all business too? I don't know. All right, we're at a stoplight. We're gonna take it out of comfort mode. We're gonna put it in a sport. Do we go sport plus? Let's go sport, and we're gonna hit it if there's room to do so. Both hands on the wheel. Let's see what we got. Left foot on brake, right foot on gas, just so we can hit it once the light turns green. Slow start, kicked in. Okay, there's 60. So the shifts were much faster than in comfort mode. They were like lightning quick. I mean, yeah, 0 to 60 at 5.2 seconds, that's fine. I didn't feel like I was getting thrown back in my seat by any means, but it's still quick, you know, like it's just, and the sound is like piped in, and it's a 4-cylinder. Like, what are you gonna do? What are you really gonna do besides just enjoy this little thing? Like I said, you got 2 engine options. I wonder what the pre-owned 3-liter turbo engines are going for. Well, the M40Is. I don't know. It's just it's an interesting thing. Like, why do you sell 2 versions? Are you trying to sell the cheaper one, or you want to make the more expensive one look better by comparison? Who knows? But yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, so I'm gonna head toward the outlets. If I get into some twisties or some turns or something, I'll turn you guys back on. Well, that is my time with the 2026 BMW Z4. This one took a lot out of me. The heat was hitting me hard, but I love this car. Now, I would have to compare it directly to the Toyota Supra. I have not driven the bigger engine of either one of those cars, but I have a bias toward coupes and not convertibles. The only convertibles I really like are going to be like the Spiders. So a Spider, the Mazda Miata I reviewed, I would consider that a Spider, where the top goes down and then you have the top, you have a back piece that comes back. So you have a complete section here, like this windshield, and a complete section here. With the convertible, the Roadster, you lose all of this right here. And it just makes the car look flat to me. Just like the convertible 4 Series I drove, or the Mustang convertible I've driven. They're okay looking, but I much prefer the hard top. Now, if the BMW Z4 had a hard top, again, with a complete section here, and this somehow worked, like Ferrari does with their 458s, their 488s, all of their Spiders look incredible because this piece is still intact, and so is this piece here. But Lamborghini's V10 platform with their Spiders, it goes flat. I'm pretty sure the whole thing goes flat. It doesn't look as good to me. So obviously I'm leaning toward the Toyota Supra in just the looks department. It looks a little bit softer, a little more round, a little more like intimate. Now, if you were to compare the previous gen Z4 with the Toyota Supra and all the technology and engine stuff, I would take that Z4 over this one. But it's still a gorgeous looking car. Sharp edges, beautifully sculpted. Look at all these lines in the hood. Like, it's just done very well. Form follows function. I think this is what's happening here, but very angular, very sharp, very PlayStation 2 tech and polygonal action happening here. But I love the car no matter what. It was a very nice driving car, point and shoot, very precise. It shrunk around you. It felt great. It hit the corners. It could use more speed, but you don't need more speed. 255 horsepower is plenty of power for this little guy right here. Add another 150, you're gonna get crazy not getting a widowmaker status or anything like that, but it's still a great car. I loved it. Would I buy one? I'm very specific with the cars I would buy because I have a very limited budget. If I had all the money in the world, sure, slide me a Z4, man, no big deal. It's not something I wouldn't buy. I would not consider it at all. Like the X7, I wouldn't even consider it because it's not even in my wheelhouse. It's not anything I would ever want. This is something I may want someday. And when it comes time to my $50,000 two-seat convertible thing, it would be in the market. I wouldn't want a Miata. I know that much. I want more luxury. I want more put togetherness. So it'd be between like this or an SL or an SLK. No SLK. It'd be SL. It'd be SL. Audi TTs are really cool as well. But again, those are hard tops. Anyway, I'm rambling. That's what I do. First time here. Please smash the subscribe button. Like the video while you're at it. We're still marching toward 10,000 subscribers. I travel a lot for work, and I review the cars I rent when I travel, and I review the restaurants I dine at when I travel. The hungry road. Well, the road is hungry. You get it. But yeah, thanks guys. We're 2 for 2. Last week I had the BMW X7. That was a huge one. And now we have a Z4, also another huge one. Let's see if we can go a 3P. I get something cool next week, and you'll start seeing car videos every week like we used to do. But I fell off a little bit because I hadn't been getting anything cool, or it was a dead of winter, and it's -2 outside, and I'm not doing a review in -2. All right, guys, take care, stay safe. Remember, there's never an empty tank or empty stomach on this road. Be safe, guys, make good choices.